Facebook. Trying to get Instagram figured out because I have to charge my phone too. I should have had this set up before. I tried and it just like would not. There we go. Okay. Instagram, you're gonna have to be over here today. And Facebook alone. I'm here. Okay. Oh, it stayed open. Perfect. Hi, Instagram. Hey, Facebook. So this I shift thing is gonna be a little bit more dramatic today because I had to charge my phone while I'm on. That is all. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a super busy rest of my day, so let's do this thing. Welcome to day 3. So make sure that when you log on, you say hi, that you give me a wave, give me some loves, give me some likes, do all of that stuff so I know you're here. It's my favorite. I love loves. I love likes. I love comments. All of those things. Hello, Otto. Okay. So today is day 3, and today we are working with the beautiful Emerald Dragon. If this is your first day, go ahead and check out days 1 and 2 where I really jump into what we are doing here. As I said, I have to go fast today, and so we're going to just jump right into the dragon that we're working with today. So today it is this beautiful emerald green dragon, and she is in this wonderful filled. I know that on 11/11 she actually came out too, so this is the second time this week that she has come through, and her message is brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your 5th dimensional blueprint. So what's so beautiful about her is, like I said, I pulled her on Monday for the 11/11 portal live stream that I did. And that portal was all about bringing into fruition, into the physical realm, your crystalline DNA activating so that you would be capable of birthing your highest self here on planet Earth. So the reason why I call myself a dragon doula is because there really are, and I really went into this a lot yesterday, but it's coming back up again because of this card. This card, I actually pulled it for one of my clients earlier today who has a bunch of lower back issues going on right now. And when I went to go put her back in the deck and pull a new one, it was very strongly like, what you told him, other people need to hear, so I'm going to stay out. So when you get low back pain, that pain is, they're like birthing pains, essentially. So lots of women experience back labor. And anytime something happens on the back, whatever chakra it's related to, the back is your ability to receive, and then the front is your ability to give. So I mentioned this on my live stream on Sunday. Wow, I've been doing lots of lives. On Sunday, I talked about how when you get a heavy feeling in your chest or in the front of your body, or in the pit of your stomach, it's that you don't feel that you have the value to give, versus if you got a feeling in between your shoulder blades or this low back, it's more of an inability to receive. So that's why knowing the embodiment piece is so important, and why I spend so much time with my clients really unpacking how their body and their thoughts and their emotions are working together so synchronistically. As an anatomist, as a body worker for the last decade, over a decade, I have an extremely unique relationship with the body, and the amount of somato-emotional releases that we're able to work through the body, the way that we can completely alchemize things that you've probably been paying lots of people lots of money for years to get over, and you just have this problem. For example, this low back issue is something that my clients dealt with for a long time. I personally had a low back issue, so I'm going to switch it from my client to me now, of course, to keep confidentiality. So for me, the best thing that I can give you guys is that 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and I was in extraordinary pain, was on opioids and all sorts of pharmaceuticals. And eventually, because of a few really scary brushes of me like driving without knowing that I was driving, had driven like 90 minutes away from my house and didn't realize it until my husband called me and needed me to come jump his car. And I realized I was actually 2 hours from him because I was 90 away from my house in the opposite direction of his work. One time I just completely lost it and I started walking down the hill and was like really going to jump off of the overpass into the freeway. So all this stuff because of the pharmaceuticals, like these were all side effects. So I started using cannabis instead, and cannabis was amazing, but eventually it got to this point where I realized that I was still also using cannabis as a drug, it wasn't curing it, and if I wasn't stoned, then I was still in a lot of pain. So when I decided to finally completely grab my power is how I can say, yesterday I went to my doctor, the doctor who's seen me this whole time, and he said that I'm one of his healthiest patients, that he doesn't think I could actually get any healthier, got on my ass about taking B12 just because I'm vegan, and that was it. No fire, not even a single, nothing. And it's been over 2 years since I've had a flare, actually, probably 3 or more at this point, but I didn't actually notice that I wasn't, anytime any pain in my body happened, I still would say I have fibro, so that was why, versus for the last year, I've been like solidly like, no, I cured myself of that. And curing yourself of something as deep as fibromyalgia, which is actually a physicalization of PTSD. It's that your PTSD has gotten so intense that it's actually gotten dense enough to reach your physical plane. That's what fibromyalgia is. So if you suffer from any of these chronic diseases, MS, fibromyalgia, some of the other ones, ALS, a lot of these autoimmune diseases are actually completely curable once you work through the energetic and emotional and mental fields, which is why this Emerald Dragon really came up. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. So this is Law of Attraction 101, people. Your thoughts are things, right? Your thoughts create your reality. So if you are constantly out there putting out amazing things, putting out amazing work in the world, and you're not receiving back what it is that you can so easily visualize, it's most likely because you don't actually have a strong core alignment with the fact that you have enough value to merit receiving all of those things that you want to have. With the low back pain, that's something that, again, women experience during birth, right when the baby is going to be coming through the birth canal. So right at that moment of pushing. And so many people I know will be making amazing progress on the work that they're doing, their book that they're writing, the nonprofit that they're working with, their course that they're creating. And then right before it's supposed to launch, or right before something big is supposed to happen, a big milestone in this project, a body part, a physical ailment will happen. So low back pain, migraines, panic attacks, all of these things will start settling into your body. And you're like, okay, this is my body telling me to rest. This is my body telling me to back off. But what it's really telling you is that your body's trying to keep you safe because it's terrified on an emotional and spiritual level about all the amazing things that it's going to happen as soon as you actually get to that next step. So you feel like you're making all this progress and you're making this course and you're doing all this stuff, but you're not actually like enrolling people into your programs, or you're not actually getting people to buy the pre-sales of your books. You're not actually getting people to donate to your nonprofit. And it's because you're willing to put in all this effort, but you don't think that your effort and your time is valuable, so you're not going to ever receive it. You can feel in your feelers that things are happening all day long. And what the dragons do, again, as I've said 100 times, they breathe life into your projects. They breathe life into what it is that you desire. So on Monday, I thought that this beautiful dragon was in a field of poppies, because of my own thought that roses don't Thank you for that message today. Oh, awesome. I didn't even see you were here. Hi. Welcome. Angelica, welcome. So good, so good. Okay. So the emerald dragon, I thought that she was in a bunch of poppies. So let me explain this. I thought she was in a field of poppies on Monday because poppies grow in fields and poppies are related to the veterans. Again, Flanders fields, there were poppies, and there's something that actually, like, each part of the poppy represents a certain thing as well. So it's a really old tradition that at 11 o'clock on the 11th day of the 11th month, you would put a poppy on the right side of your lapel and wear it for the rest of the day to honor the veterans. We don't do fun things like that anymore, but I noticed today when I pulled this card for my client that they are most definitely roses. But the thing about the roses, my brain, my thoughts were like, roses don't grow in a field. Roses don't grow in a field. How are there just roses everywhere? And then I realized she is about cosmic abundance. So have you ever seen those movies where they like drop 90 pounds of flowers, right? And they're like literally up to their ankles in flowers. So that's what I think this is. I think that this is actually her standing in a giant pile of roses. Now, why is a rose so significant? Well, roses are the flower of Mother Mary, and Mother Mary, of course, we know is the love. It's all about divine love and divine compassion, and the rose is the flower of love. This is because our chakras, our heart chakras, when it's opened all the way, actually has 33 facets or 33 petals. So it looks like to someone who has that gift to be able to see chakras in their sacred geometry, will see an open heart with 33 facets or 33 flowers, and many, I think roses are one of those ones that have 33 petals. Oh, hello, Oyasumi. Welcome. We're talking about this dragon. The emerald dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. So this dragon is coming in to tell you that you are already on the path, but all those things that you keep saying are too scary. All those things that you keep saying, oh, I'm going to wait until this, all those things that you're trying to make it perfect, it's never going to happen if you keep saying when. And again, that is law of attraction again. Oh, I'll be happy when. Oh, I'll be successful when. This dragon comes in and tells you it is time to push. Okay, just like that low pain, that pain that happens during labor when the woman realizes that she's really going to give birth. I've had 2 natural births, one of them unassisted at home. I can tell you I know exactly what I'm talking about. There's this feeling called the urge to push, where no matter what, you are not holding that baby in. It's just not happening, and you have to push. And that's actually when that back pain will be the actual worst. I think like you're doing this reading for me personally. This is hilarious. That's so funny. No, this is just what's coming in. It could be, though, Angelica. I had a similar conversation with Oyasumi literally earlier on Messenger where she's all like, what the hell? Why am I just hearing about all this right now? So it's because the dragons, like, they're ready. They're ready to come and play. They're ready to give you the access. Because if you can dream all these things, guys, we already know this. If you can dream it, that means it's already there, right? Again, law of attraction 101. If you can conceive it and believe it, then you can achieve it. It's the believe it part that everyone misses. They get intellectually that if they can imagine it and write it down as an affirmation, that it means that it can be physicalized. And then you get starting like, well, why isn't it happening? I'm doing all of this maintenance. I'm doing all this work. Okay, I gotta stay detached. And you have literally a fucking like giant suitcase, like Mary Poppins bag, plop it down with all your metaphysical like knowledge, and you just open it up and you're like, okay, well that didn't work, and let's just pull out this lamp here. No, that's not gonna work. And let me see, if I reach in far enough down here, am I gonna find the tool that's going to help me achieve my big grand vision that I have, because I dream this dream every day, and when is it going to happen? It's gonna happen when you welcome dragon magic into your life. And I only say that because those are the only people that I'm calling into my field, because I'm that powerful of a metaphysical badass. I've said it all week long, and I'll keep saying it again till the end. A week with me is a month with everybody else. Okay? And it's because these dragons have been sitting and waiting to have someone that is willing to speak their truth, someone who is not going to cave, someone who is able to go on live every day, is able to get ridiculed, is able to stand in her knowing my worth, knowing that what I'm saying is so true and so powerful that it is changing lives. Clients are receiving their investment back within hours. They are meeting with giant executives. They are finally getting their inventions put out. They're jumping to the top of their MLM teams. The things that are happening with my clients, I'm like, this is amazing. I get to be the coach that witnesses it, especially because the homework assignments I'm giving to them, a lot of the time I'm like, I have no idea why this is relevant, but this is what's coming in. And then I'll get a Voxer 4 hours later that's just like, "Wah! Yes, my life is awesome. You're the best. What is going on? How is this my life?" Hi, Mom. My mom just got on the live. My mom just got on the live. If you're wondering about the eye change, guys, Instagram's down here. Facebook's up here. So the Emerald Dragon, Mom, you'll love this. It's the Emerald Dragon. My mom got one of my invocation readings, and the Emerald Dragon came up for her. So let your thoughts support your divine perfection. So the support part is the part that is coming in so strongly. There are so many people out there who haven't had support because I really need to wear a tiara when I work. Yes, I wear a tiara because I am an empress, and that is the energy that I channel. Yeah, birthing to baby dragons. Exactly. So to speak to this, Oyasumi says, oh, no, literal physical human birthing ever for me. I'm open to birthing baby dragons. So the birthing the baby dragons, it's the same analogy that I use because there's this moment, again, when you're birthing that you absolutely cannot not do the thing that you're doing. When you're having this baby, you get this urge to push, and there's no way in hell that you are not pushing this baby out of you. The difference between the actual urge to push and you birthing this genius that's trying to come out of you is that there is not a physical baby coming out of you, so you can energetically close your legs whenever you want. And you'll just get really uncomfortable. And you'll have all sorts of physical pains going on. You'll have all sorts of issues that are coming up. You'll have all sorts of everything starts collapsing around you and disintegrating around you because you're holding your legs together because you don't think you're actually worth this amazing thing. And the only way to prove to the universe that you think that you're actually worth it is by doing something really fucking scary, like hiring a new coach or saying yes to moving across the world or saying yes to, you know, writing that book that you have no idea how you're going to, whatever. There's a billion things that you could be absolutely jumping out of the airplane, whatever it is that totally terrifies you, yet you know that you have to do it and you keep making all these excuses as to why you can't. That's the thing that will trigger the universe as soon as you do it, that you have energetically opened your legs and you can birth your baby dragon. You can birth your spiritual empire. You can birth fully. And just like how you don't need your doula and your midwife after you have your baby, it's why I only have 6 to 12-week sessions. Because I am here to activate this inside of you, help you through this birthing pain, and, you know, have all these amazing baby dragons and mama dragons and badasses to come play with me, because honestly, I'm really bored. I'm super bored. My clients are awesome. I'm not bored about my clients, but I'm bored with everything that I'm reading. My timeline is freaking boring. I don't really scroll that often, and when I do, I'm reminded as to why. It's because all these freaking geniuses are on my timeline after one after the other with their legs shut. They're talking about sex, and their legs are shut because they're not fully in the knowing of their worth and the immeasurable value that they provide to their clients. and the beautiful bridge that they create from suffering to liberation. They're completely unaware of it because no one has looked at them, called them out on their bullshit, supported them, which is what a doula does. A doula sits there and says, bullshit, you can push this baby out. Trust me, you can push this baby out. You can do this. And I am here right here. And we will do all of the things. And we can do horse slips for days. And we can do all the things. We can walk around, all of this. But you are going to birth this baby. And that is what I do. You are going to have that $500,000 year that you wanted, even though your bank account only has 10 grand in it right now. You are going to reach you're going to be elected to mayor next year, even though right now you only have like 15 people on your petition to be on the ballot. You are going to win a Grammy, even though all you do is play the piano sometimes for some people. Everything that you can dream is done. We know this. It's the believing it. If you can think it and believe it, you can achieve it. And I can tell you right now, hear me now, believe me later, that you can't believe that you're worth it until you have someone reflecting back to you that you're worth it. And that is why having a coach at this moment, why having a midwife, why having a doula is the most important thing that you can be doing for your spiritual empire right now. And the blueprint is clear. It is clear that good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. Aligning with that means doing what you would expect your own clients to do. If you expect your clients to take terrifying action and yet you're totally calculated, you're not in integrity. If just think about that. If you're giving your clients homework assignments and some of them resonate with you, but you're too busy to do them, then you're not in integrity. And that's the reason why more clients aren't coming. If you know that you keep having this thought that there's this, elephant journal is what's coming to mind right now. I don't know whoever needs to hear that, but there's someone in this who's going to watch this that's been thinking about writing an article for elephant journal. And you're not doing it because you're afraid of what's going to happen. Well, if you're afraid about that, then that $10,000 book deal that you're hoping for is definitely not going to happen. You guys see? Like, you have to follow the rules too. Even if there's not very many of them, there's only a few of them. But if you're going to preach the dark, if you're going to teach dissonance frequencies, then you have to be in supreme integrity. And that means doing the most terrifying thing that you can think of, knowing. This is about knowing. This isn't about confidence anymore. This isn't about fake it till you make it. This is about knowing in the depths of your bones that this is the most scary thing on the planet and I have no idea how it's going to help me, but I have to do this now. Because that's what it's like when you're giving birth. This is the scariest thing on the planet. Guys, I was in my bathroom by myself with my husband pushing on my back and my photographer. I was terrified. This is the scariest thing, but I can't stop. The only difference between that moment and this moment for you is that I had an actual physical baby coming out of me and there was no stopping her. You can stop your energetic baby from being born though. You can stop your spiritual baby from being born. And all of that's happening because you are subconsciously sabotaging yourself by thinking that you're not actually worth all of this, even though you think that you have a Mary Poppins bag full of things. You don't have dragons. Because if you had dragons on your side, if you actually believed in dragon magic, if you actually believed that you were source, that you are source, that the Kundalini energy of the DNA that's running in your system is the exact thing that's running through Jeff Bezos and Marianne Williamson and even Donald Trump and even Bill Gates and even everybody else, and Mother Teresa and everyone you can think of, Malala, all of them. There is no separation. We are not separate from each other. You are not separate from your clients. You are not separate from the money in your bank account. Money is energy. You are energy. Therefore, basic math if x equals 8 and and whatever is blank and they equal 16, then y equals 8 also, right? Sorry, math was not my strong suit, but you get what I'm saying. You get it. I know you get it. And I said this is going to be fast, and it's been a tangent, but it needed to come out. So, and it is pretty fast. I'm still under a half an hour. Whoop, whoop. Does anybody have anything that they would like to add or questions before I do the invocation? Because I'm going to have to jump off after that. So I'll give you a second. I'm going to drink some water. Oh, actually, I'm going to read this. Receiving this card invites you to fill your aura with emerald light so that the emerald dragons can enter your energy fields easily and consume all that no longer serves you. This is what the 1111 portal, Taurus and full moon Taurus, all about. Going through and consuming this subconscious crap. So much of what the dragons clear out, guys, is stuff that you don't need to consciously process. That's why it works. That's why I'm collapsing time. I'm not collapsing time anymore, by the way. I'm commanding it. I decide when something happens, and it happens. Because the dragons are so supportive of me that they're like, oh, she's serious, and look at her. She's taking all the actions, and everything's in integrity. Okay, we're just going to, and they blow a little life into it, and bam, it materializes in front of me. And then it doesn't just materialize for me. My clients and everybody else in my energy field starts having a chain reaction, which is why so many of you guys are just fighting me, even though I've been talking about dragons for a while now. It's because I've finally cleared enough density that you guys who are at that level are ready to see it as well, okay? And this emerald dragon is just so ready to come in there and be like, you know what, this like 14 lifetimes of unjustified negative karma around money, there's not actually anyone alive right now that would currently on your path help you. So we're just going to completely wipe that away. We're just going to get rid of that karma for you, because right now, if you were to meet someone to help you with that, then that's going to take you here, and you're on this trajectory. So again, focus, believe, conceive, and when you have that laser focus on what it is you really want, your why is actually driving you. You know your why, and you know that everything that you do is for that. Even if you don't know how, you know that everything you're doing is for your why, so that means everything you're doing must be somehow for your why, even though you don't understand how. Even hiring some crazy person who talks about dragons, because you know that you always do what is focusing you towards your end goal, that big dream, that dream that you won't even tell most people because it seems so ridiculous, like wanting to be the president of the United States. You know, that's what you can actually have. You can actually have that shit, guys. I would be president. I'm just not old enough yet. Giving away my age. Okay, so just know that, like, this, they popped up today for such a clear reason, especially since we're now coming at, like, fully kind of coming out of the 11/11 energy, and she was here on Monday, and now here we are at the end of the week, and she's here again, just reminding us, like, that fortune is coming, but you have to do the thing that scares you the most. You have to do that crazy thing that you're like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I really am doing this, and it's got to happen right now, so I'm going to do this, and oh my God, what the fuck did I just do? And oh, that's the reason why. Holy hallelujah, because it happens that fast. Quantum level, it's not easy, but it's necessary. Yeah, but we don't need to understand it anymore. Stop, like, I'm so sick of people understanding things. Stop understanding it and start embodying it. I'm gonna say that one more time. Stop understanding it. Sorry, clapping probably doesn't make it easier. It's what I do with my kids to make them hear me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, polyathlete. Yeah, you're gonna be in extreme sports in there. Yeah, for sure. What was I saying though? Stop understanding and start embodying, okay? And what I mean by that is you have to not only talk the talk, but you got to walk the walk. And that's what most of the people coming in to work with me right now are realizing, that they haven't been walking the walk. They've been talking the talk a lot. They write some beautiful spells, but they don't have any power to them, because at the end of the day, the witch casting the spell doesn't actually think she's worth it. At the end of the day, this big pregnant mother who has this beautiful spiritual empire inside of her is keeping her legs closed and not willing to push and do the birthing. Usually because it's going to take a monetary investment that you need, and you've heard it a million times. You're like, why is this going to be any different than it was before? Well, I don't know why, and I can't tell you why, but your body has already told you the answer. It's the other reason why I don't ever end up doing sales calls with most people, is because their body has already given them the answer, and all it takes is for them to realize that they're worth it. I'm just not like any other coach you've ever met, and therefore all of your rules that you think that you know don't apply to me. So let's get into this. I really do have to go. So we're going to do this clearing that they have you do here. I'm going to read this part and then go into it. So get settled, close your eyes, and just listen to this part right here. So this card, this dragon, this emerald dragon, indicates you are ready to receive healing, love, and a cornucopia of wonderful things. For those of you in America, you know that the cornucopia here with Thanksgiving, it's just amplifying that gratitude. All that's already in consciousness right now. A cornucopia of wonderful things. So relax at a deep core level and invite these magnificent dragons to bring good fortune into your life. Remember to be grateful for all the good that comes your way and already has. So go ahead and close your eyes, and I want you to breathe gently in and out of your third eye. Okay, because these dragons, these emerald dragons, they breathe in to your third eye, and they work with Archangel Raphael, and he is the archangel in charge of the development of the third eye. So if you have been working on psychic gifts, if you've been wanting to be able to see your future and then see your future's future self, and you're connecting timelines that way, that's all happening in your third eye. So you're going to breathe gently in and out of your third eye so that the emerald dragons can touch and open it. And then they will also start pulling back any veils of illusions, any lies that you have been telling yourself, any of these beliefs that you've come up with, all of these, well, this happened before, okay? Yes, here's to massive cornucopias. So go ahead and close your eyes, breathe, focusing on that third eye point, while I tone to you the song of the emerald dragons, who are here to clear, heal, and activate you with love and abundance, and the knowing that your thoughts really do support your divine purpose and your divine blueprint, and you have all the answers inside of you right now, but you have to start listening to your body. You have to stop understanding with your brain and start knowing with your body. Breathing into that third eye, grounding if you need to. Oh, no, I am going to be on I am going to be I don't know me, I would have a yellow me, Okay, go ahead and take a minute, come back to the room, come back to the space. Ah, beautiful. Okay, so I really do have to run right now, so go ahead and leave comments, Instagram, DM me, Facebook, leave comments, make sure you tag me, let me know how this was for you, let this sit, let it settle, and just remember this last part right here. Relax at a deep core level and invite these magnificent dragons to bring good fortune into your life. It's already done. You just have to believe that you're worth it. And if you can't believe that, if you can't stare yourself in the mirror, declare your amount of money that you know is coming into your bank account, declare the amount of people that you're going to help, declare when your book will be written by, and not have a single emotion come up. If you're not able to say something and be completely non-responsive, then reach out to me. Because the energy that you want is energy that's fueling you and you can call upon it. But right now, so many of you have been burned. You've been burned by coaches before and you're really scared. And I'm here to tell you that I am a dragon doula. I'm not a transformational coach. So thank you so much. I love you all. I'll see you soon. So, you. Bye, y'all.